Hello YouTube, it's great to have you back for another video from our Let's Play series, Twisted Dunes on the Oasis map. I'm your builder, New Build Cities, NBC for short, and today we're going to build a spaghetti interchange. Our city's hit about 30,000 citizens, and it's a great time in the city's life to go ahead and move our industry and Industries DLC from our first starting area to its final home. And in the final home, I have two interchanges planned. The spaghetti interchange is going to be used to allow our forestry, some of our farming, or maybe the airport traffic to connect with the highway on the right side here. And the reason why I want to go ahead and build a spaghetti interchange is because we have a water feature pretty close up to the highway, so building an interchange that is perpendicular to the highway is going to cause some issues as we're going to run up against that. So what I'm going to have to do is twist the interchange into this small area. And what I want to do first is just run two parallel roads that are parallel with the highway, and then a road that's kind of like at an angle to the highway. What angle? I don't know. Just pick an angle. Whatever kind of angle looks good to get into the area where the train track is. And then we're going to go ahead and just connect these two roads together. That's it. Kind of make like a hook shape, or almost like a U shape. And that's going to be the roads obviously crossing the highway. And now we just need to connect the on and off ramps from the elevated road to the highway road. And how I'm going to build this interchange is kind of similar to another interchange that we built earlier in the series. And it's a little unconventional, I guess would be the right word. Probably a little unrealistic, maybe. Let me know in the comments if it's realistic where you live to have the off-ramp, we'll say, on the opposite side. So if you're on right-hand traffic, say in the United States, that would be like having a left-hand off-ramp. Or I guess on-ramp too, as opposed to it being on the right. And opposite would be true in our case, in this city, because we're playing left-hand traffic. Because left-hand traffic solves other console traffic issues by providing more combinations of dedicated cross-traffic turn arrows. So we're playing on left-hand traffic. And we're gonna come back and fix this loop. It was not a loop I like. It's kind of kinked up looking, but let's go ahead and keep building and get some other structures in place first, and then we'll have kind of a better idea where and what kind of room we have. But back to what I was saying before, I'm building. You can see that one exit, I guess, is kind of like in the middle of the highway instead of on the left side of the highway in my circumstance. Because maybe what we can do with lane mathematics is get a dedicated right turn arrow for that piece that's like in the middle of the highway. Get a dedicated left hand turn arrow for the piece that kind of comes off just ahead of it. And then of course 2 lanes going straight through. And that way it'll force traffic that doesn't want to use this interchange to stay in the 2 middle lanes. And force the traffic that wants to, say, go to either into the ore industry or forestry industry to use the other 2 lanes. And we'll see. And now I just want to lower the land and put the road underneath, because I'm having trouble getting that road that once I want to curve across the highway underneath the part of the road that crosses the railroad track, which means I need to lower the height further back, which means I need to lower the main highway, which is fine. I mean, I could have used tunnels and stuff, but I like to see the infrastructure, and I like to use tunnels sparingly. And now I just want to move some pillars around so I can make room for this road to go underneath here. As usual, it's time to make our city into Swiss cheese. That way this road that I'm about to pull from right to the left here will be nice and flat. And we gotta get around this pillar here. It's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, I think it's definitely looking good. I'm just gonna try and get that slope to get a little bit better here. Alright, I think our interchange is shaping up pretty nicely. And it's not taking that long to do, really. I think this part of the build probably took maybe 45 minutes to get to this far. So off camera, I added the road you see highlighted in blue, as well as the roads highlighted in black. Didn't miss much, but I thought I'd give it to you just so in case you were trying to build something like this, or you're following me along in the city. You're like, man, this is crazy. Here's some couple still shots for you to kind of copy. And keep in mind, I'm on left-hand traffic, so it's going to be more difficult if you're playing on right-hand traffic. You're going to have to do the mirror reflection of it. I think. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure. Good luck. I wish you the best. I just changed the slope of this outside road. And as I've mentioned it several times before, the ditch and rip technique creates some really nice smooth roads. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a better shaped loop that comes around across the highway here, now that we have some of the other roads in place.
I'm going bananas and you're going nuts. So bring on the madness, got the fire in us.
And here what I'm trying to do is actually move that off ramp that was kind of coming off the left of the highway farther back and elevate it, because I want to bring a road underneath here. So although this may seem like I'm just randomly blowing stuff up, I assure you I'm not. So I'm just trying to create an elevated pathway. All that effort was just to be able to move the off-ramp on the left back and to get that elevated underneath a little bit farther up. So that way I think we're gonna run a road underneath there. And what that's gonna do is allow the folks, say coming from the ore industry on the opposite side, we'll say from our vantage point, the right side of the highway, to access the left side of the highway to go into town. Because right now, anyone leaving from behind the camera vantage point here, to our back, can only go into, say, the farming or forestry industry area. And this little cross piece allows them to come down and go in this direction where this highway is, as they going into town. Now that our spaghetti interchange is complete, I want to go ahead and build a trumpet interchange to connect that to our main road that runs to our industry. Well, I think we'll wrap up this video after we finish building the roundabout and the legs going to it. I know it'd be difficult to replicate something like this, but I hope the video at least gives you some ideas of how you might build some kind of custom interchange in your city. And in the next episode, we'll build a dual trumpet interchange. That interchange is online and will be a lot easier to replicate than something like this. And once the 2 interchanges are in place, we'll go ahead and move our industry and spend a lot of time in this area and really ramping up our industry, allowing the city to become an economic powerhouse, as well as provide a great source for our citizens to get employment and thus be able to push the population up even higher. Well, it was a pleasure to have you along for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed building for it. If you did, please leave a like to help support and grow this channel, as well as I'd love to welcome you into the NBC family by having you become a subscriber. If you'd like to interact with me live, stop by my Twitch page. The link is below. Shoot me a follow, that way you'll be notified the next time I'm streaming. I wish you the best and brightest success in your cities, and as always, happy building.